Welcome back to the Retro Sports Gamer channel. And today I'm playing some NFL Street. This one has been requested quite a few times by Adam. Finally, Fen says it's time for some NFL Street. So now I'm playing it. I actually just picked up this game, last month in Michigan. Got it for $2 at a disc store that was closing. It's usually $3.99. They didn't have it on PS2. I probably would have rather have it on there just because I'm better with the controller on PlayStation 2. What's up, Troy, in the chat? Today I am using the Duke again. The Duke is in way better condition than my other two controllers, so I'm going with the original one. What's up, Smoke? Smoke, I got your copy of Double Dribble right here. Sending it out tomorrow. All right, so NFL Street came out in 2004. It's part of the EA Big Series. I thought it came out a little bit earlier than that, but I was wrong. January 2004. So pretty much NFL Blitz was the king of arcade football games for a good chunk of like 5 to 7 years. So we're going to get into this one. In NFL Street, there's no time. You play up to whatever you want, but I'm going to 36. Thank you. This is the one article of clothing that I have that people will compliment me on, and that's pretty much the only one. But it's a Bulls Adidas jacket that I got like over 10 years ago at Adidas outlet store, and it's got the championship banners on the back. I'll turn around real quick. But yes, so we're going to play NFL Street. And you let me know what teams you would like to see. I'm probably going to use the Falcons. Let's be honest. I want to use Mike Vick. I always did in these versions. 2004, that would have been the same year that Madden 2005 came out. So he's going to be quite good in this game. So we're not assembling a team from 40 NFL superstars. We're going ball first, might as well. Pretty simple team select teams. Draft teams are the best. That would be fun, but I want to get the hang of actually playing this game first. One of the things, I looked at the game for the manual to see what the controls are. And the manual's not there, so I'm going to struggle through the controls a little bit here. So Falcons, who do you want to see me play? What's up, Pat? What's up, Gotta Be Retro? Yeah, well, yeah, the Pistons, bad boy Pistons beat up on the Bulls for a while. You're right about that. 2 championships. So let me know what team you would like to see me play against, and I'll do that. And as I go through, play this game, figure out the controls a little bit, I will give my opinion on it. My opinion going into it, from what I remember, is that this game is very offensive, not as well balanced on the defensive end. So that's why I didn't love it as much as like an NBA Street. So we got one request, and it's Gotta Be Retro, and he says Giants. Had to have house rule to ban Vic. Well, we'll see how good he is. I'm playing on normal. I have no idea what to expect. So you get to choose your players here. Obviously, Vic's going to be in there. His speed's all the way up. So you almost pick a team kind of like you do in like a backyard baseball, backyard football, and even NBA Street. So we got Vic in there. Obviously, we need Price for receiver. I'm putting Brian Finneran in. I like the Vic to Brian Finneran combo. So those are my 2 receivers. Work done at running back. He's just got more speed, even though Duckett is more of a bruiser. But we need some defensive players. Ray Buchanan, best corner on this team. Keith Brooking, best linebacker. And let's get the DL. Oh, yeah. We got Ed Jasper and Patrick Kearney. I'm going with Patrick Kearney. I haven't done anything in this game but put it in the system and start playing. So we'll see how this goes. So offense. Yeah, we'll just go with what they give me by default. So there's a lot of stadiums in this game. Obviously, I didn't unlock any. I'm going to go with the classic one that has the lines just to make it a little bit more like football. Obviously, I played a lot of, well, not obviously, you don't know. I played a lot of street football growing up because when I was really into football about 5th grade, my parents didn't want me to play tackle football. They put me in flag football. I played flag tackle football on the street a lot. I created my own leagues, tackle football league in like 8th grade. Had a few teams. And yeah, and then created my own flag football league after that, which was very aggressive, to say the least. So plays are pretty simple. It would be good if I knew the hike button. I don't know, maybe the Duke's not working too well. Yeah, the NFL Blitz arcade cabinet, I bought that a while back before the beercades got big. So obviously I'm not doing too good so far. Veteran looks open. And he is. And he gets the catch. Yeah. Tackle football at recess. We did that when they used to let us play at the park across the street. We didn't do it on the pavement, of course. But once we got over there, we were doing it. I feel like there's something messed up with the joystick on this controller. Not even kidding you. Because he just went the opposite direction. I'm going to see if I can play with the D-pad. If I can't, though, I'm going to have to switch controllers. I could use the D-pad. Done. Flying. Pretty easy crash right there for work done. I probably had it on the outside. Cut back inside. Wasn't the right move. Let's try it again. I'm doing good, Eli the Wolf. I'm drinking a Christmas ale thanks to DPS from Great Lakes Brewing Company. An ale with spices and honey. Usually Christmas ales are a little bit too spice driven, but this one is good. This is a little further out than. Pretty easy money there. 1 point conversion. Doing good, OSU rocks. All right, I'm gonna go for stopping the. I don't know. So you got the offensive players on defense on this. Ooh, lateral, nice. Vic, of course, chases him down and he makes the tackle. So if anyone knows what the lateral button is, let me know. I'll try to do some of that on offense. It's Xbox. Missed tackle, more points. Eli saying, when I was younger, I thought a quarterback was when you give a guy quarterback to the ref. Well, you took quarterback very literal. I could see the mistake, though. User pick Brian Finneran playing free safety. Vic running into some trash cans. All right, just going to get the helmets up here. So we got Atlanta versus the New York Giants. So curious to you guys watching, what do you think the best sports arcade football game is? Is it NFL Street, NFL Street 2, Blitz Series? I'm just curious. I think the OG Xbox is way worth it, man. I actually got this. I didn't get it when it first came out. I bought it with my brother to play some of the sports games that were on there that were exclusive to the Xbox, like Inside Drive, Fever, NHL Rivals. And then he lent it to my cousin, and I never saw it again. So I ended up buying this at a game store in Michigan that closed called Game Changers. But it was $40 with a controller. So they had some good prices there. Spin right in. So we got a lot of blitz love, and I like that. You know I like that. Oh, Vic just not making the throw on the run. I could have ran that in. So pitching looks like the Y button. That's what it just said. DPS in the chat. What's up, DPS? Let's see if I slow it down, if I can make this throw. Yeah, I just had to stop. One thing I like about the Xbox is, so sometimes I want to save the game of what I'm doing, and I don't want to mess around with these memory cards of the PS2. And the Xbox has the hard drive, it just saves everything. Mike Vick scoring. I did enjoy NFL Fever with my friend Anthony, because he had the Xbox, and he had NFL Fever in some of the Xbox games, so I had some fun playing it with him. More recently, Kerry Collins goes down. NFL Quarterback Club, there's a lot of them. DPS saying Halo Combat Evolved. This is the top 5 game ever made. Played some Halo even though I wasn't good at it. Never got down to dual joysticks, but love the fact that you could drive cars and shoot weapons with whoever you're... Oh, man. So some missed tackles. Tiki Barber showboating. And that's easy cheese for the Giants. So you really got to figure out if you want to build an offensive. I think my team's more offensive than defensive, even though I balanced it pretty well. They're missing the oh, they got that one? I don't know about that. Let's try a trick play. Ooh, flea flicker. Let's see if it works in this game. I don't know if Eli was... It doesn't look like it. Vic takes one off the wall. What's up, Kayvon Dirks? Running back pass. Bust out the tricks. Vic, get open. Vic! Uh-oh, that was a bad throw. Well, my defense is pretty terrible. Computer is about to unleash a game breaker on me. But EA was doing it great, big in the early 2000s with their simulation games and their EA Big Series. I mean, they were doing incredible stuff for sports games. arguably one of the best eras of all time for sports games, I believe. That 2000 to 2005 era. DPS gets a win against Brian in Madden. So they got the game breaker. I'm guessing he's gonna make me fumble if he hits me. The screen's dark. Fumble. Hey, I think I can't ask for anything better than what just happened. Fumble out of bounds. But they still have it. Easy pick. It's a hot potato out there. What is this stupid game? Know your bro likes it. He's been waiting for this one. This is a game I'm going to give an opinion on. Right now, it is offensive. I'm struggling. There's tons of fumbles. Vic picks it up. That could be a touchdown. I'm not showboating, really, because I just don't know which button it is to do it. Let's try the option. I know Y is to run if I don't fumble. I do. Dunn breaks 2 tackles. It's a touchdown. By the way, DPS, I mentioned this earlier. Thanks for bringing these over last week, the Christmas sales. I'm going to get zombie dust when I play NCAA 11 next. Pretty easy to run the ball with Dunn, I will say that. Just run it outside every time. 21-20. So they've been tearing me up. Maybe it's time to just zone the defense. Let's Vic it up defensively, see if I can get a pick. Harry Collins running the option. That just doesn't look right. I don't know how I feel about the offensive players on defense. Behind the backer, Patrick Mahomes. Missed tackle. And that's a touchdown. What's up, large man? I know. I honestly was like, when I saw the Christmas sales, I'm like, I wonder why the heck he bought these. Now that I'm drinking it, I know why. They're good. They're not as powerful as you expect from a Christmas beer. You know, Madden 20, I played against Brian a couple weeks ago. I streamed it on Twitch. I actually had a good time playing it. I didn't think it was that bad. Now, I don't like that it took an hour and a half to download the stupid game to the console, but that's another story. So all the plays pretty simple here. Throw to the middle. Brian Finneran takes a hit. The All-Pro game 08. I think you're talking about 2K8. Is that the one you're talking about? I do have it over there. I think I have it on. Actually, I'm not sure what system. Try to accumulate most of the systems I can to keep my options open for sports games. The great thing about sports games as your video game hobby is most of the games are all cheap. Oh man. Oh, got lucky there. See, that kind of stuff that just happened. Tip pass, broke 2 tackles. Even though it was in my favor, I don't feel good about it. Yeah, 360. I might have it on PlayStation 3. Your brother drinks it, makes him throw up. You must pound them. I think I'm mostly past the phase where I will drink so much beer that I'll throw up. I hope. You never know. Gary Collins just trying to run. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. That's all I can say. There's not too many creative defenses from what I see so far. I'm looking for some suicide blitz action. Missed the tackle. Horrible defense. Tiki Barber's fast. Okay, but at least we made the tackle there. We're playing up to 36. Miller time at the moment for large man. Well, you drink Miller Lights, you're for sure to wake up feeling pretty good the next day. They won't hit you too hard. Oh, Finneran had that in his hands. That should have been a pick. So I'm close to a game breaker. So if anyone remembers, what is there's a big fumble recovered by the Falcons, work done. What's the buttons for a game breaker? I just got it. Oh, X, that's pretty easy. Let's do it on a run play. I'm ready for the blitz. Vic is glitching out right now. Dunn is flying down the field. First down. I don't condone alcohol, just do it if you like it. Oh, the Vic. So is there an actual way to go for two? I forget. Nothing's there. Vic doing what Vic does, flying across to the other side. That's a 1-point conversion. All right, let's play some defense. So we've seen a lot of fumbles so far. Couple went in my favor. Gary Collins, Tiki Barber back there. That's right, Clarence. It is. Looks like they got an inch to go. Was right there behind the play. Brooking takes care of that tackle. This in-game music is not too impressive. I think at this point in the game it's just a little bit annoying. So that's what I've heard a lot of, D-Dubs, is that NFL Street 2 is the best in the series. Now, admittedly, that's probably one I might have never even played, because I played this one. Man, I am bad on defense. DPS lies he doesn't drink. It's good to see Rogue Gamer back in here. Rogue Gamer is a big quarterback club fan of the challenge on the one on PS2. So I'm guessing it was a 2-point conversion because he threw it behind the back. So you know, that's the type of stuff that I don't love too much. So I lost. So I'm not going to give it a rematch. NBA Home Court. That's the one on PlayStation 3, right? That's like the last one of the Street series. There's also one on PSP. And it looks like you get the legends in this. I've seen pictures of, or backgrounds of Walter Payton, Barry Sanders. So I might as well take the ball first. This time I'm going to use the Bears. See what I can do with them. And who do you want me to go up against? Street 2 was a game of thinking. I've never played this version. Yeah, this one, it just seems like the turnovers are huge and you're going to score if you don't turn the ball over. There's not going to be turnovers on downs. Strictly 90s, you'll be happy to know that I did cut out the intro for this video. So if you watch it on replay, it's out of there. No need for that on this one. Just straight to playing the game. So just let me know what team you'd like to see. I stocked up. I got Christmas Ale 2 right here. So I'm going to play one more of this. And then play a QB battle in NCAA football 2011 on the PS2. So the first request is the Rams. Play the Packers so Troy will get mad. St. Louis Rams. Let's see who the Bears got. Marty Booker. Yes, you got to put him in. Marty Booker, he had a 100 reception season for the Bears. He wasn't a receiver that they expected to be as good as he was, but he was. Mike Brown, got to get him in there. Our Dubs. Oh, we got Cordell in this game? Yes, we are scrambling. SDPS, how worked out for Madden 2004 with Cordell and the Bears. David Terrell, Keith Traylor. I like the Bears squad in this game. I wasn't expecting this. I'll put Anthony Thomas at running back. 5 more to go. Now let's get Olin Kreutz in there for blocking. And I don't think I put a DB in. And our Dubs, you know, he's one of those guys that returns kicks. He can play some receiver. Let's go with the Bears. It's kind of cool you see all the guys with their helmets off. Because a lot of the games earlier than this didn't really focus on how football players looked. I'm going to go back to the EA field. I really don't want to play on the sand field. Is it cartoony? Kind of. Oilers. I don't think the Oilers are in this one. So if I would have played the 35 last game, I would have won, but I didn't do that. Bears versus Rams. Yeah, let's go. The let's go part is my friend Ben actually announcing at a tournament that I threw. That was like a crazy Tecmo play that we never thought was possible to happen. So it was not just him making for that video. That actually happened on the play that's on the screen. Cordell. Oh wait, no, that was Anthony Thomas. OJ. I don't think OJ made the. Tim Kittro, the way we got him to do that on the channel was we're at the Midwest Gaming Classic the last 2 years. And the first year we were there, it was just my brother and Green Magic there. And my brother actually asked Tim Kittro, because they were right next to him, because they were promoting Mutant Football League at the time. He asked him to come over and talk and just do a channel intro, which he gladly did, and we use it. He'll probably be at Midwest Gaming Classic again this year. Well, I don't know actually, but he was at the Tecmo Jam Cleveland tournament, or Cleveland Gaming Classic, whatever it's called now. Check that out on Facebook. That's one of the biggest tournaments for gaming, especially retro focused, in the country. Anthony Thomas bruising up some dudes. EA Field, I believe, is Silicon Valley. 3540. Yeah, I guess 36 was the standard. No, I think he does. I think Troy does like Tim Kitzrow. Custom Rams helmet? Would it have a wolf on there? Oh, Cordell gets his forehead busted off the concrete on the side of the stadium. Cordell. This Bears team is stacked. Bears just didn't know how to use Cordell at this point in his career. Video game wise, Cordell on the Bears is my favorite era of Bears, because now I have the Bears. I'm a scrambling quarterback. I got Mike Brown. I got Urlacher. I'm just loving life. One thing I do like about this game is you could still play and be effective without knowing the tricks. So that was my go-to run play in the last game that I scored on every time. But didn't work there. Oh, I don't want Urlacher on the line. Come on. Isaac Bruce, lateral. Wow, this is getting crazy. First down. Bears had a horrible O-line, but I got Olin Kreutz. He's the best O-lineman. Yeah, so so Kreutz, Stewart's rushing in, Booker at DB. No, let's see, Thomas could rush in. Brown, of course, the safety. Yeah, that's what I want. D-line, yeah. I'm not, maybe Kreutz could get in there, but other guys, they're just holding their position. What's up, Rock Without a K? Blades of Steel is a classic. I'm coming with Brian. I'm coming with hair lacquer. If you're from Chicago, you know what hair lacquer is. There's billboards with Brian Urlacher for these hair. I don't even know what it is. I don't know if it's a transplant or Rogaine or what it is, but they're all over the place. You can update the rosters in the first NFL Street? That I did not know. Blades of Steel was garbage, Kayvon. I'm gonna. If you're talking about the NES version, I'm going to have to strongly disagree with that statement. It is in its infancy, but that game is fun. A lot of people like ice hockey better, which I could see why. There's a little bit more variation because of the players. Brian usually wins Blades of Steel tournaments. I don't see that one happening. So the Bears defense comes through with the pick. Cordell's got the headband on, like he's Jim McMahon or something. Raiders is all about it. To be what, like, you want to, I know you told me you want to protest like a PETA protest where you go out there. I mean, where do I have to go? Where's EA's headquarters? I have joined protests before on foot. It hasn't happened that many times in my career, but The thing I feel good about is I got all these great games of the past that I could still play. Oh, I still got PS2 memory cards, those 8-bit classics. You know I got them. Little option action. Couldn't lateral in Madden, but you can in NFL Street. And you can in NCAA football. I don't know. What do you guys think of this in-game music of NFL Street? Cordell runs out of turbo. Oh, man. Cordell's getting some brick wall in this one. Ricky Williams. That is Ricky Williams on the cover on that bottom right side. EA's in Silicon Valley. Well, I do have family in San Diego. So that's the closest I would be to there. So we can arrange something. I'm gonna be out there with a megaphone. The Alex Jones of sports games. We got to end this EA Sports monopoly. We got to get out there and just start barking at them. Repetitive music. Yeah, I don't. You know, when you get great music like Tecmo Super Bowl in game, even some of the NBA Jam games, this is not cutting it for me. It's like a DJ the whole time. Yeah, I busted out the Alex Jones reference. ESPN National Hockey Night, SNES is a classic. Fight Night. So this game's going better for me already. We'll see if we can lock down on defense again. Vegas draft this year. Raiders in Vegas should be interesting. I think they're going to be a good attraction. Urlacher destroys the ball carrier. I need to pick up all three and NBA Street. A lot of people think NBA Street 2 is the best one. I enjoyed the first one the most, but I see why people like the second one. By the third one, I didn't like all the shading in it. I felt like the camera was too zoomed in, and there was just too many weird tricks in that one where I didn't even feel like I was playing basketball anymore. I felt like it was an N1 mixtape times 10. Warner. Uh-oh. Marshall Faulk. Greatest show on turf right now. They ran hook and ladder plays like this. Yeah, Alex Jones did say that. Turning the Frog's gay. He's famous for that one. I'd rather say infamous. And yeah, you could play with Mario, Luigi, and Peach in NBA Street Volume 3. Yeah, I'm not the boxing game guy. Like, the only one I really played a little bit was Ready to Rumble Boxing. You know, Brock with the K, I got a couple Ballers games sitting over there. I didn't play them at the time because I was not into the one-on-one style. To me, Midway making sports games was all about 2-on-2. And, oh crap, here we go. Cordell lets one fly, and Aeneas Williams picks it off. Yeah, it was all about, what was I saying? Ballers, yeah. I just couldn't get on board with one-on-one. NBA Street kind of took my attention, and 3-on-3 basketball versus 1-on-1. So I have to play those, and I love Midway quality of games, so it's possible I might like them, but I just avoided them just based on the concept alone. Fight Night Champion is by large the best boxing game. There's a lot of people with that are fans of boxing games, which I think is cool. So here the Rams are coming back. So I'm finding out this Duke controller is messed up. He hits the option correctly. What's up, old nerd? New Jersey Rams. I don't think that's happening. People still play the game online? Trucked. I got the OG right here, but it looks like the joystick's messing up for me. This is what I'm playing with. I've been playing with the D-pad the whole time. Aeneas Williams killing me on that side. And this isn't going too well now. I never played some of the games I gotta get to is like that was just way too easy. Is the FIFA Street Classic Stick Joy. Favorite NCAA basketball game? Well, my favorite college game is College Slam, to be honest with you. It plays like NBA Jam, but they added some things to it, especially on the Saturn version. You could throw alley-oops and tip dunks in that game. So that's actually my favorite college basketball game. But I remember playing some NCAA March Madness 2003. Some of the Final Four series on the PlayStation. Red Card 2003. We have played and streamed on this channel before. And what I said about it last time, and I'll say it again, is it wasn't as high scoring as I expected it to be. Maybe we're just bad, but... Oh boy, I threw at Aeneas again. Booker can't come up with the throw. So yeah, I heard that there's a VR game that's a football game. One of the guys that's in the chat now talked about it last time. I had no clue that it was a game. Aeneas Williams is just all over the place. They got a. That's cool that they got a mash. That reminds me of Tecmo Super Bowl. Like you got to mash this guy down. That's a nice touch. What's up, Green Magic? That run by Thomas was big trust. They got a game breaker. It's all going downhill for the Bears. I should have played the Jets or something. Yeah, that's easy touchdown. LJC scratching the same beat. What beat is he scratching? I don't know what the Chargers are doing, but they're the most misplaced team in the NFL right now. There's speculation that Brady might go to the Chargers. I guess he would be open to the Bears, which I find funny because the Bears, even though it would be great to have them for a year or two, they're not going to do it. This is Big Trust. So speaking of Big Trust, what do you guys think are going to happen in the NFL? I think the music's annoying too. I do agree with that. What do you think is going to happen in these games tomorrow? Vikings 49ers I think is going to be a great game. I expect the Ravens to beat the Titans, but the Titans, the way they play, they can potentially beat anybody just because they got Henry blasting it through, running for big yardage. They put Game Breaker in Tiger Woods 06. Are you serious? I'm completely foreign to those golf games, so I wouldn't have known that. I guess I'll have to check it out. Maybe. Viking, like, the way the NFC is shaping up, I think that the two best teams left are the 49ers and the Vikings. The Packers are 13-3. They're at Lambeau, so I expect them to win, but they were winning close games and not very impressively. The Seahawks, they lost like 3 running backs. Beast mode's there, so that gives them a little bit of momentum, but they really don't have a good run game right now. So now I got to play great defense to come back in this game. I'm a Vikings believer. I'm a Kirk Cousins believer now, believe it or not. Patriots fans to be pissed. I have to say, as a football fan, it is refreshing to see the Patriots out already. Like, I'm already excited about who's going to be in the Super Bowl in the AFC. Like, any of the 4 teams that are left are in there, I'll be okay with watching what they can do. And the Packers might just sneak in there, because if the Vikes can pull off an upset versus the Niners, which the Niners haven't been where they are in a long time, then the Packers could get another home game in the NFC Championship if they beat the Seahawks. So Brock with the K's talking some college basketball. There's a stolen pitch. Brian Urlacher, I did something right. I'm not underestimating the Vikings anymore. One of the guys, Brian, that's on the channel on Mondays, he had us fill out brackets for the NFL, and I picked the Saints to win the Super Bowl. They were playing great to end the season, but in that game, like, Breeze was off, but also the Vikings D-line was getting in there. So Taysom Hill was just unbelievable when he was in there, but I don't know if they had enough plays for him to just keep him in there more of the time. You know, you can't do that to Drew Brees. He's one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Yeah, the 49ers had a stretch where they were just giving up a ton of points, but they kind of cleaned it up towards the end of the season. So I don't know. I think that game's such a wild card game. Like, I really don't know who's going to win. I do expect the Packers to win and the Ravens to win. And the Chiefs, they're the better team, but Deshaun Watson, if he's on, and they could slow down the Chiefs a little bit, they might have a chance. But I think the Titans barely threw last week. So, I don't know. The Ravens have a chance to crush them. How much do Rydell helmets cost? I really don't know. Brian's a really good D-man tap player. Do I have to use the game breaker? I'm gonna use it on defense. I gotta get this fumble. You think it's gonna be a repeat of Ravens 49ers? That was not too long ago. Who beat the Packers 39-7? Time for Urlacher to crush someone. Oh yeah, running play. I guess I gotta get there with my guy though to make him fumble. Oh, for the custom Rams helmet? Okay. Get off. Pick it up. Marty Booker picks it up after the fumble. Game breaker makes him fumble. And now Cordell. They're in the zone. Cordell doesn't care. Little jump. Doesn't do nothing. Oh, Niners beat up the Packers. Okay. Yeah, refs have a way of doing that, swinging the momentum in NFL games. So it's going to come down to see if I can stop them here. I don't have a game breaker. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to be ready for the long pass, two-man deep. So I'm only rushing two. Urlacher, that's who we want making the tackles. The game ends at 36. You play up to a certain point. The Packers season reminds me of the Bears season a little bit last year. It's kind of like, how did you guys end up here? And the Bears lost that close game, but the Packers could win a close game. They're in Lambeau Field, so that's a huge deal. But them and the Seahawks is a good rivalry. Come on, look at all these break tackles. Why? Why did that happen? It's time for Urlacher to just cross somebody. No pass interference in this game. That's one thing I do like about Street is there's no penalties. Penalties in football games are just a drag. They're not in Tecmo Super Bowl. They're not in NFL Blitz. They're not in NFL Street. Because a lot of times they're just BS. Rock with the K like in the beach. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, Clarence, I'm on that same page with you. I'm just happy that there's going to be a new AFC team in there. And even the NFC teams beside, like, the Seahawks are probably the only one I don't want to see in the Super Bowl, even though Russell Wilson is good to watch. I'd rather see the other three teams. And I know we're going to see Niners and Vikings in the NFC Championship, which is cool with me. Being from Chicago, yeah, maybe don't love to see the Packers in there, but rather see them than the Seahawks. Lions started the season strong, like the first, what, 4 games maybe, and then they just fell apart. Stafford was injured, and they just kind of threw the season away. First down, Cordell Stewart. Most of the time, I don't think it's worth it to risk the option. Olin Krupps comes up with a big block. Anthony Thomas juking the way he thinks he can. Packers and Seahawks, one of them's going to the NFC Championship. That's the unfortunate thing. They matched up against each other. If the Saints would have won, they would have been playing the Packers, and I thought the Saints could beat the Packers. Just haven't been able to use that spin effectively. Not throwing it. Touchdown, Cordell Stewart. The Bears come back after being down 28-14 or something. Just had to stop throwing the ball towards Aeneas Williams, who's picking me off all game. The Saints been kind of getting screwed. That last play was probably pass interference, but they didn't lose because of that play. They just didn't play up to their standard. 4 rushing TDs, the MVPs. I like stuff like this where they have MVPs at the end of the game. The stats, you know, you like to see yardage and stuff like that, but they're not concerned with that in NFL Street. So, by the second time I was able to get a win. What I do like about NFL Street is I really wasn't trying for tricks. I got a game breaker. I was still able to win, so I could just play it like I'm playing a street football game and not worry too much about the tricks. That's why I like NBA Street, because I feel like I can play basketball without doing the tricks as much and getting the game breakers and still win the game. So it's still like the core sport that you're playing. So I like that about NFL Street. I came in thinking that it was very offensive, and I still think it is with the fumbles and interceptions and stuff. But in that game, that last game, I was able to come back. I was down 28-14 against the ropes. They just had to score 1 touchdown and a 2-point conversion. I was able to come back and win. So that felt kind of good. This game, I see why people love this game. I would say I enjoyed playing it. I would play it again. I would turn off the in-game music. The in-game music just annoys me after a while. But other than that, I mean, it's a fun game. It's cool to see the guys without their helmets on and see their actual faces. So let's see a few things in the chat. Yeah, I agree. Lions are garbage, says Pat. Not a fan of Titans, but rather them than the Pats. No matter who the Lions play, they get a lead and just give it away. So, yeah, that's going to wrap it up for me for NFL Street. But my plan is to come back and play one game of NCAA football 11. And I'm going to do a QB battle of 2 quarterbacks that are currently in the NFL and see how it goes. I might play in Heisman to challenge myself, or maybe the skill level below. But I'll be back. It's time to get a zombie dust. It's Great Lakes. Oh, I still got a lot of this one left, but I'm going to get a zombie dust and get ready for this next stream. So we'll see. 11 or 12 better. Rock with the K. I don't know. Like, after 2005, I really didn't play the PS2 NCAA games, but one of the guys I played Tecmo Super Bowl with, DKS, gave me the NCAA Football 11 with Team Tebow on the cover. So we're going to get this one going. I got to update the stream overlay, so I'm going to actually see you guys in just a bit. So hopefully you'll be back to watch some NCAA football. Thanks for watching this stream with the NFL Street, and I'll be back momentarily. Take care.